that's changed a lot over time. So.
And the second.
Also, do you want her to repeat the question?
Yeah,
Sure.
it's
Okay.
a good idea.
Right?
All right. Oh, your voice is in there. Okay.
Repeat the question.
Okay. How are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. How the camp community is sustained throughout the year. I think years ago it was really easy because most of the campers at Camp Shy were all from Chicago, so we could do things. We could get together physically and have events and get together and reunions. Now that the camp community is spread out, across the country and really throughout the world, we rely a lot on social media to bring people together. And so we have a huge Facebook presence, and it's really fun. It's actually one of my favorite parts of my job is getting to see how the campers and staff interact throughout the year with what we post and then also with what each other posts. So it's a good way to share what's going on in their lives, share the kinds of things we're thinking about for the summer, and then also what's going on just within the calendar year gives us an opportunity to continue what we do at camp, both Jewishly and also just through fun secular kinds of things, on Facebook to get kids to interact with it.
That was perfect.
That was amazing.
That was fabulous. That was
Thank
completely, well, that's done. Now,
That's great.
that was perfect. I mean, that was just it. That was done. We're done. We're done with that one. You
Okay.
nailed that one. You nailed it. So now, what else? The other thing she said she wanted to talk about?
I think the community service agenda that we've had at camp.
Well, tell me about that.
So, trying to think. Years ago, what do we do for community service at camp? We introduced community service at Camp Shy a few years. Well, it's always been part of camp, but more formally a few years ago. And what we started with was doing good things for our own camp community. So we did it through the idea of Gimilut Chasadim and acts of loving kindness. And how do we then create a camp community that is founded on acts of loving kindness? And we started a program called Shine On, which encouraged campers to get together with counselors and come up with nice things they could do around camp, for the camp itself, and also for each other. And then a few years after success with that, we had some counselors that came to us and said, well, what about Shine Out? How do we then take what we're doing in camp and do that for the larger community around us? And so we've done it in a bunch of different ways, and it's been really transformative of how we view our role within the larger community at camp. So sometimes we'll do an art project or something in camp that then benefits a group. We can send something out. So one year we made pillows that we were able to send to kids in hospitals. So our kids didn't actually have to go anywhere to do that. We did that all in camp, but then we're able to spread that feeling of a JCC community somewhere else. What we then started doing was actually taking the kids out of camp, and now we have field trips for all of our older age groups where campers can choose to be part of that. And so they elect to do things. So we go to food banks, we've cleaned trails in nearby areas. The Humane Society is a really popular one, but it's an idea of kids, giving of themselves to be part of something bigger.